Right, another Wednesday. College football kind of started. We don't really count week 0. I mean, Kansas, we're not counting that. So, week 1, rapidly approaching, and we're going to find out why T.I has met his match as we introduce some new ladies to the Sports Idiot Nation universe. Don't want to miss this one. Let's go.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. Welcome back, sinners. This is Season 2 of Sports Idiot Nation.
Welcome into Sports Idiot Nation. It is a hump day, so I was looking for the 2 most beautiful women that I could find, and here they are, Marisa and Rachel. Thank you for joining us. They have a podcast to tell you about if you're into pretty women who know what they're talking about sports. Does not happen very often. It's usually one or the other. However, in this case, no. So actually, we didn't go over this. I don't know who wants to talk first and introduce your guys' show. Okay, Rachel.
Yeah.
There you go. Volunteered.
Yeah, I'm
volunteered.
We decided
happy to-
ahead of time. She was going to go first.
Okay, good.
So Marisa and I have been best friends for 20 years. We have been talking
Awesome.
shit in the sports world for all 20 of those years. We both went to Alabama together. That's where we met. Roll Tide. We were there before.
T.I. T.I. has entered the
Contain
chat.
yourself. Contain
Can't hear you.
yourself.
I'm having technical difficulties over here.
I didn't
we
tell
were
him that. I did
friends.
not tell him that.
Oh, yeah, Adam.
See how I
need
am?
A moment.
See
Need
a
a
good
moment.
friend I am?
Oh my God! Let me swallow this real quick.
This vodka.
Okay, swallow that vomit in my throat real quick. Let's move ahead.
Okay, we're all right. Keep going, Rachel.
Mhm.
So we met before the Saban years. We're going to go ahead and throw that out there. We are not
Mhm.
bandwagon fans. We are diehard, survive the Shula years girls. So we
Yep.
met in college. we met in college and we have been best friends ever since. So we started our podcast, Sports Uncorked, as a way to stay connected. We both live on different sides of the country, to stay connected and to bring our thoughts and our premise about a show of you're able to pull up a chair and sit at the bar and talk shit and talk about sports with us. And we are extremely passionate, number one, about college football. This is, growing up in the South, living in the South. This is what we have lived and breathed our entire life. And we have deep knowledge and we try to make a little bit of fun out of it. So our show is completely unfiltered. It is very opinionated. And if you're easily offended, it's not going to be the show for you because we
they're
are
not
off the
watching this
chains
show.
every single week.
No.
You don't have to worry about that. If they're watching this show,
100%.
that does not exist. So
It's
you
like
are
Grandma
completely
always
fine.
said, if you don't have anything nice to say about Auburn, come sit next to us, baby.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear you there. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
You know, the other
I
thing
love it,
Grandma
love
said
it.
about
I love it. I love it.
Grandma
I agree.
also said, you know how to get to Auburn from Tuscaloosa. Go south
Mm.
until you smell it. Go east until you step in it.
Well, I will say I for one don't really speak to Alabama fans that often, much less 2 at a time. So I don't know who I'm supposed to ask to supersize my fries. To be honest here. So
I think what's
just
really,
kidding.
really great about our fandom is that we kind of call it like it's like we see it. We knew that this past season was not going to be our season. And so we still love our team, even though we watched in real time getting beat by Vanderbilt. I remember myself watching Alabama losing to Utah State in like 2005. So, I mean, like we're in it for the long haul. So we will take all of it.
Hey, so
I
is
love
T.I.
it.
He's in it for the long haul.
Yeah, I realized I knew last year and 8 years ago that my team was going to have a rough decade. So, but I did see the Vandy kids. I'm 10 minutes from Vandy where I live. I did see the Vandy kids carrying the goalpost down Broadway, and the police were just like, they're throwing the goalpost in the river, and the police were just like you could hear the call. They went nationwide. They're like, just let them do it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Who cares? Because I mean, like I don't know if you know this. I just saw it today myself. But Vandy got rings for their season last year.
I saw that.
They got rings for their seven win season. So congratulations to Vandy. So, you know,
I mean, you should celebrate beating Alabama. You should.
That's
You
right.
should.
You should.
Super Bowl, right?
You should, you know. But yeah, no, kudos to y'all for sure, because college football fandom is unlike any other fandom. I tell folks that aren't college football fans, you just don't know if you don't know. There's been times in the past, I as minuscule as it is, an Auburn Vandy game, my power was out at my house one time. I called buddies, didn't even have an interest in college football. I was like, man, can I come over to your house and watch the Auburn Vandy game for like 3 hours? My power's out. You know, it's like, I'm not going to do that for any other sport. Like, you know, I mean, that's just the way it is. So I get it. So thanks for joining on, even though you're Alabama fans. At least you're SEC fans. I'll give you that. At least you don't root for Adam's dark side over there. The Pac-10, 12, Big Ten. I don't even know what team,
whatever it's
what,
called.
Isn't there like 2 of them now?
what league UCLA is in anymore, but you know.
I know.
But
And college
yeah,
football, UCLA is not very good.
and I love this. I love the attitude as well. It's like, hey, we talk shit, we have fun. If you're easily offended, then just it's not for
This
you.
ain't for you.
That's kind of my thing. I tell people all the time. I politely troll other teams, but I'm not PG. I'm not PG-13. I'm definitely not rated X or NC-17, but I'm somewhere in between that PG-13 R rating, and it seems like you ladies are as well. So I like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's all fun, right?
Yeah.
Love it. So again, real quick, I want to make sure you guys know that all of the links to these ladies' show is in the show notes. So be sure to hit their podcast, drop a comment, and say hello to these ladies, and be offended. We love it. So
hold on, just so I'm sure again, Sports Uncorked, right? Sports Uncorked.
Correct.
Is that it? I like it.
You got it.
I like it. I managed
usually
a wine
we're
and
drinking
spirits.
wine.
I was going to say I managed a wine and spirit store for 16 years, so I have a passion for wine as well. So I love
nice.
the pun on the name there. So
yeah.
What are you drinking, by the way? What are you drinking there? Is that Chardonnay, Sauv Blanc? What you got there?
It's
So
from
this
Olive
is
Garden. We know.
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden should serve this. So
That's just
this
Olive
is
Garden
one
Chablis.
of my
It's like a gallon of
an
Olive
energy
Garden
drink?
and
Chablis.
wine.
Energy
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah.
I classed it up by putting it in a glass for you all. But I
Class
love
it up,
this.
yeah.
It's called Simpler Wines from Trader Joe's. It is
Hey.
so good. It's literally just called white,
Yeah.
but
Hey,
it's good.
We know what
You
your
know?
race is. You don't have to announce it. What? An exciting white. So we got to tell the ladies of our
she has
inside
an
joke.
exciting can of white.
Exciting
That's
white.
Italian
So-
sparkling white.
So, to the viewers that don't know, and to the ladies, I'll tell the story real quick, and then we'll get into some college football. So, when the Philadelphia Eagles did their parade, and they announced some of the players that were going to come up to the microphone, I can't. Ti, help me out. I don't know who it was that was on the mic announcing who the players were. It wasn't like the GM or something like that, but someone grabbed a hold of the mic and said, "And now the exciting whites." And
Yeah,
there was a rookie.
It was
Who,
Cooper DeJean and
Cooper DeJean was a
the
white
kid,
guy.
the Riley Blankenship from MTSU, who my alma mater, MTSU Blue Raiders, and the other good white guy they have. I think they have 3 of them.
Total.
And they introduced him to exciting whites. So we have, anytime we talk about any kind of exciting white athlete, we always like to say on the show the exciting whites. So your wine
So
is
you're
now
drinking an exciting
your
white.
wine is now officially an
I
exciting
love it.
white.
Maybe
Yeah.
can I call
Yeah.
myself the excited white?
Excellent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excited or exciting, whichever way.
Absolutely.
Doesn't
I
really
think
matter.
That's what I bring to this
Marissa-
power couple.
Marissa addresses you as that. That's how it works, I think. Marissa should just call you that, when you guys are doing your show. So, yes. All right. So let's dive into some college football. We know week 0 just happened, whatever the hell that even means. But this is week 1 now, and the SEC. I want to know some of the storylines for you ladies first that jumps out to you that you're excited for. Marissa, I'll start with you.
Okay, well, I'll be really honest with you. The one thing that I'm really looking forward to is not in the SEC at all. I'm actually looking forward to our beloved Twisted Sisters, which are Dan Lanning and Lane Kiffin. They are just like 2 deranged sides of a coin, and they have been so like the unhingedness that they have is something that they can make reality television about. And I'm just like so excited to see like how crazy they get. They are just a hot mess. And I think that that is probably one of my favorite things right now is watching like the grown men of NCAA football, like absolutely just lose their shit on a weekly basis. Like I'm absolutely loving it. So I'm excited to see like who's really going to like be on their P's and Q's this season and who is going to be someone that may or may not need to share a cell with like Mike McDaniel. I mean, that's kind of where I am at this point.
Who's gonna fall off a motorcycle with their assistant or something like that?
Or non-padded cell, padded or
Padded
non-padded?
for sure.
Padded. Okay, for sure.
I mean,
for
you're
sure. That's
talking
what I
about
was thinking.
two guys that had NCAA rule clarifications made last year because of calls that they made during games. You had Dan Lanning with the 13 men on the field with a questionable end at the Ohio State game. And then you had Lane Kiffin with his players like faking injuries in order to get more timeouts. Both of those loopholes have been cleared. Again, Twisted Sisters, two deranged sides of a coin. And now we have two clarifications because of these fools. But I love it. I love that loose cannon style of ball.
You should not have a problem with any man faking it. Let's be honest, ladies. I mean, let's start there.
But I mean, but they're faking it for the equivalent of like 10 or 12 seconds. So, that's not really a reward. You know what I mean? That's not really a reward. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's the NC-17, NC-17 version.
But yeah, I will say this. I do in a weird kind of like top level view, like from the top. Like I wouldn't want him to be involved with my team ever. I do really like observing Lane Kiffin. I do really like observing like the way he acts on the sidelines, like his interaction with his fan. I mean, people start throwing shit at him. He's like, yeah, bring it. I don't know. He's a weird guy, but I don't want him anywhere near my team.
No, absolutely not. I mean, that's why he's at Ole Miss to start. I mean, no athletic director in the world really wants him within their administration, but he's doing some good stuff for Ole Miss. I mean, they're not winning a ton of games, but hey.
He's perfect for that culture. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Yeah, he might as well went to school there. You're right about that. For sure. I'm surprised his collar's not popped every time on the sidelines,
Well, it is when he's out there creeping on 17-year-olds. So
yes, exactly. You know who my dad is?
So we thought it would be fun to talk a little bit about what we're excited about from a college football standpoint as we enter big boy football in week 1 by playing a little game of transfer portal Tinder, because there's been a lot of activity around the transfer portal this year. So are the profiles and the NIL deals going to stack up with the product that's on the field? So a good move would be a swipe right. A bad move is going to be a swipe left. Let's start with Nico Iamaleava to UCLA.
I'm proud of you for saying the name correctly because I still cannot. And
I call him Iamaleava.
Yeah, I'm Olivia.
Get out of there.
Like my favorite Hawaiian island.
Nico, not going to work here anymore.
My favorite Hawaiian island is Come On, I Wanna Lay Ya. So this was a debacle. We have talked about it on this very show when it happened, because it's the poor kid got some bad information and just didn't know where to turn exactly and ended up in a very wrong spot.
The poor
For
kid.
Me,
is he a poor kid if he didn't choose UCLA though? Is he a poor kid if he didn't choose UCLA?
Well, he is making less money, so yeah, he is a poor kid.
He would have just said
exactly. That's the poor kid. Like
Adam would have been like, if he had chose like Cal or something, Adam would be like, oh, this fool. Instead, I'm like, this poor kid, this poor defenseless human who was taken advantage of by the system.
So we're just swiping left, right? Correct?
You're not, right? You're all on him.
You're
all in.
I'm swiping left on him because I think he is not used to losing. He's not used to playing for a 7-6 team in the Big Ten.
Nope.
When they are in a, I know, but that conference is too powerful. It's no Pac-12. That's big boy
I resemble
football.
that remark. Hey, I resemble that.
Who I think wins out of this is Joey Aguilar, who jumped in that transfer portal from UCLA via wipe swap. He jumped in that faster than Katy Perry went to space. And he is in the right program in Tennessee. He is used to a run-heavy defense or run-heavy offense from his time at App State. And I think he's going to be successful in all this. Nico left, Joey right.
Right. Yeah. Hard to disagree with that. T.I, I mean, what do you think of this this Tinder match so far? Going good, huh?
I think win or lose, it's hard for me to decide. I will say Nico wins a little bit because he now goes to a league and a conference where they're not going to produce I think as many like defensive monsters. They have great defensive, but most of the SEC studs are like defensive just powerhouses, and now he gets to take a little bit of light off. He gets to focus on passing, he gets to focus on upping his draft stock without having behemoths just piling on him. So he gets a win maybe a little bit because he's a little more exposure, but all in all, I have to agree. I think Joey gets the chance to be on stage at a high-profile team who has high, lofty expectations. I've lived in Tennessee my entire life. Fans think they're going to win national championship every year. So I think Joey wins. I think Nico gets a little bit more of a light on him because people are going to be looking at trying to compare. So people are going to pay more attention to what he's doing in UCLA. So if he has a good season, then hey, man, people are like, well, maybe he made a good move. So I'm not going to trash on the kid, but I was never a fan of him here at Knoxville. So I can't just all of a sudden be like, yeah, he's going to be a stud. But I have just always felt like the Pac-12, I know they're in the Big Ten now, but I have always said that they play the least defense. Maybe they play more defense because they're now in the Big Ten. But man, Pac-12 back in the day, the games were like final scores were like 74 to 68,
Oregon and
and I was just like, that's awesome State, from a fan's perspective because I'm just going down resting for bed at when these games are kicking off out west. So I loved it. And then I'm like, well, shit, it went to triple overtime. And the final score is 100 to 99, So,
But you took the over, so you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Every
I'm good.
time,
My kid still gets to go to college.
All right.
All right. So our next scenario is going to be Carson Beck chasing tail down to Miami. That was a shock, right?
Yeah,
that was a shock.
They split up now, right? They're not even together, right?
Am I correct?
Yeah,
like a month.
It was a university ploy. Miami was like, hey, let me talk to you, girl. I need you to help us out. Yeah, I will have to say I am not buying this because I didn't buy him in Georgia, so it's a tough one for me. What's the guy on American Idol say? Sorry, dog.
It's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's a no for me, dog.
Thank you, Marisa.
Riss, what do you have?
No, I agree. I'm going to swipe hard left on this because Sid from Ice Age down there ain't going to see no action. I'm telling you right now, if he had been keeping his eye on Hannah down there, he might be in a better situation, and which is kind of like unfortunate because he didn't do horribly at UGA. I mean, aside from that injury really, really late in the season, Carson Beck did okay, but he did what a lot of dudes do wrong, which is chasing tail down to South Florida where nothing ever good really, really happens. Getting into sloppy seconds, like into Cam Ward's position. I don't know. I don't think it's a great move. I think that for him, he's just trying to save face while he can. Maybe he'll do great this season. I mean, Miami isn't a terrible squad, but swiping left.
I'm swiping left, but I don't remember Carson Beck being a great quarterback last season. He was handing out interceptions. He was
decent.
He was handing out interceptions like Oprah's handing out cars. Like his team.
You get interceptions.
I know. I'm like, dude,
linebackers,
his team made him look good. He was not a good quarterback, and now they're paying him $4.8 million a year down in Miami. I mean, good on him, but he lost his girlfriend and his car in like the first month he was down there. So
sounds like a country song.
I was about to say, lost his girlfriend in his car. He just needs to move to Nashville.
Yeah.
He'd be a hit songwriter.
Yeah, right.
Open a bar.
Morgan Wallen, sign him up.
Exactly.
Just watch out for flying
It's fine
chairs.
though, because she's gonna get drafted by the WNBA and then create an OnlyFans, and he'll be crawling back to her asking for anything.
It's true. It's true.
No, it's
him
100%.
and that like extended neck he's got. But I shouldn't make fun of Carson Beck. I'm like 5'6.5". That dude's probably like 8 feet tall. So, but yeah, here's what I will say, and I think you kind of nailed it. It's like, well, how good do you have to be at that position, at that squad, at this particular moment in life to be the next level guy or to be the guy, right? Like, I haven't seen anybody in Georgia yet that have just not been a placeholder. You know what I mean? And that's my thing. They're just, it's plug and play. It's Gus Malzahn football. It's, hey, whoever is the next guy that fits the mold, does what I want to do. But these guys aren't going to go on next level. So, yeah, I just can't, is Carson Beck going to be the top pick in the draft like Cam Ward? Hell no,
Hold on, T.I. I swear you were just talking about Alabama, the quarterback. The quarterbacks, isn't that the same? You throw in an A.J. McCarron, you throw in isn't that the same? Are we talking the same?
Jalen Hurts, a Tua Tagovailoa.
I would say until the last few years for sure, but I would say like the Tua and the Jalen Hurts, like the mobile QB of Saban was a different flex. He didn't really have that until later in the year. So like,
all right, I mean the exciting whites, the exciting whites
for sure.
So
the Brody Croyles and the AJ McCarrons and all those guys.
Yeah,
and the Steve Johnson. I'm just making up white people names at this point. probably was a
Mac
quarterback
Jones.
Mac Jones.
Yeah. Hello.
I love that image, that photo where it's like Mac Jones and
they're all three of them.
Jalen Hurts and Tua, and they're just like, man, it's amazing what all we did, They're like, no, not you, dude, But hey, once again, Bill Belichick proved who he is. He made Mac Jones be Rookie of the Year. He made Matt Castle just fill right in for Tom Brady and got hurt. Bill Belichick gets a lot of shit, and now he's in the college world, which is funny. But he was the GOAT. He was one of the GOATs for a reason,
I think that's a really great segue, because I think the next one on our transfer portal Tinder is the Bill Belichick at UNC with his giant hump on his back, Jordan. Like, what do we think about that? Are we swiping left or are we swiping right?
Look, let me say this, because we're all going to take our turns and have an Instagram reel made one at a time.
Taking turns with Bill Belichick.
We all have our jokes lined up. I assume we do. But I want to start by saying, you don't think that he's going to run it like an NFL team, that those kids are going to listen to him and look at their schedule? I don't know if North Carolina is going to be as bad as what we all think, like deep down in our heart of hearts. I think they're actually going to only lose a couple games based on their schedule. So
like
does that mean I'm swiping right? I don't know.
Just saying. So here's my take, and I'll say it real quick. I will never bet against Bill Belichick after I watched
28-3
the Atlanta
28-3
because
nothing good happens in Georgia.
All I'm gonna say is yes, that's Tom Brady, but that is not Tom Brady calling those play calls. That is not Tom Brady overriding the OC at times. That is not Tom. I mean, that's all Bill Belichick. He orchestrated that. Yes, Tom Brady's the GOAT. So I will never bet against him. But I will say this about college. If I'm 18, 19 years old and I got this Joe Blow over here I'm not connecting with versus Bill Belichick in my locker room, I'm gonna be paying attention no matter what my age is. So
that's what I'm trying to say.
As long as the kids buy in, then it's going to be successful. And after that first year, second year,
he's back in the NFL. No. What are we talking about? He's back.
No, he has to
coach.
Maybe,
he has
but
to
he might
catch
get the recruits.
Shula. He has to catch Shula for wins.
These ladies know. These ladies know. Saban did not lose a recruit for like 8 straight years. If you prove and that you're the spot to go and you're generating talent in the NFL, man, you're not going to lose a recruiting battle. And
these ladies know that Bill Belichick is not far off from the NFL all-time wins as a coach, and that is important to him. You can't be like 10 wins away and be like, oh, I'm going to stay in college. He's picking his spot, waiting for the right job that opens up. Maybe Tennessee, if they get their act together. I'm not holding my breath, but there's an NFL team out there in the next 2 years that will have Bill Belichick so he can get those wins.
Adam, I'm with you. I think Belichick in a college coaching, recruiting, NIL situation is like a disaster waiting to happen. He doesn't like people. He doesn't like the media. He's not friendly. He doesn't want to spend his time going to recruits' homes. He doesn't want kids paid more than he is. Like, all of this never made any sense to me. I'm swiping left on this is going to be successful. This is a project in what not to do when you should just retire and run away with your girlfriend. He is not turning that program around. They fired the winningest coach in North Carolina history to hire another old guy. Like, none of it makes sense. So that's my piece on this. Jordan's going to run the show. I can't wait to see what she's wearing during the first game, but I think this is going to be a massive disaster.
But before Marisa gives her take, I think you just told me something I didn't even know. That's his girlfriend? I thought that was his daughter. I had no idea.
No. I know.
Granddaughter, more like.
Granddaughter. Hey, man. No judging there. Hey, man.
If I saw a dude doing Pilates on the beach with his daughter, I'm calling the cops. I'm just being really honest with you.
I love those first couple months, those photos that come out where it's like people photoing him while he's taking photos of her. It's like on
the mermaid. Like,
oh my God.
I thought he had like dementia.
So
I'm
like,
sorry.
This guy needs help. Blink twice, Bill. Blink twice.
Yeah. Blink twice. Oh my goodness. Are you alive right now? We were talking about Jerry Jones.
Could be the case.
Jerry Jones being a Weekend at Bernie's,
The whole Bill and Jordan thing is like a Lifetime movie in the making, which is why I'm going to break the mold. I'm going to swipe right because I think that this is a really interesting thing to see. I think that we kind of forget that for the longest time and almost all summer, we were waiting for Bill Belichick to moonwalk out on UNC and see how much of his contract. They are not going to get rid of Bill Belichick because UNC needs Bill Belichick just as much as Bill Belichick needs UNC. Like, this is a very transactional relationship, and I think that it might surprise us a little bit. And we've got Puppet Master Jordan, and we're not going to forget about this. This girl is pulling all of the strings. That's why she's so crazy. That's why she's out here in the wings during the CBS interview. Like, she's moving some pawns on the board for him, and she's whispering in his ear. And I'm not going to put it past her that she's going to get knocked up as soon as possible, because what would be better than an NFL league with an old ass Marshall Manning, an old ass Arch Manning, and then we got, people tanking for little baby Belichick in the class of 2040. I mean, this could be something that's happening. And so I think I like where this is going. Bill Belichick is not going to coach forever. I think that in a couple of years, he's probably going to take a page out of Coach Saban's book and just retire into the sunset with his newborn baby at 75 years old. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm swiping right. I'm excited to see. I think this is a good thing.
Marisa and I are in agreement. She's believing in the romance of Bill Belichick, and I am believing in the romance of football with young men idolizing the legendary coach of Bill Belichick. Together, the romance in the house and the romance in the locker room could build a story that we can live on for eternity. So I
am in agreement with
the left side of the screen is swiped right.
I have swiped right, but way not for that. I'm going off of logic, like the schedule's easy and
logic.
The guys,
you lost me at logic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So logically,
Is there idiot in the name of this podcast?
Exactly.
Logic. I don't know what you're talking about.
I will remind everyone, new shows of Sports Idiot Nation are every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and be sure to click all of the links. So some of the links are for some of our gear, coffee mugs, t-shirts, all that stuff. Also, there's a link for the ladies. Obviously, this past 20 minutes, this is what they do. So if you want more of this is their show, Sports Uncorked. All right, so I want to get you out of here on this, ladies. What is a memorable moment? I'll start with Marisa. Give me a memorable moment of Alabama football versus War Eagle, the Auburn Tigers. What is something that sticks out to you?
this is not a great memory, but it is like burned into my brain, and it is the
Well,
kick
I
six.
wanted a great one so you could stick
know
it to
what
him.
it is.
You better not say the one that I want to say. It probably is traumatizing for both of
gonna
us.
say the same thing.
I think it was traumatizing to all of us as Alabama fans, but there was nothing more heartbreaking than the kick six. Like I actually,
why would you give that one?
I
Don't
remember,
you have a
look, I remember sitting in my friend's parents' house eating a hot wing and being like, oh yeah, we got this, and then dropping it on their white carpet because I was just in such disbelief that Alabama was
Why
losing
would
this
you
Iron
bring
Bowl
that
game.
up?
It was devastating. That is just what lives with me for forever. But, you know, after that, the preceding years where we continued to beat Auburn like every year, and it wasn't even fun to watch anymore, where I turned it off during halftime. I mean, I can live with that.
That's what I was looking for.
Technical
That's kind of
difficulties.
So
technical
Gravedigger,
difficulties.
we can go Gravedigger,
Yeah.
right?
That was a
You're
good
Win
one.
in the last second.
You don't strike me as a monster truck fan, but you know.
Was that last year?
That was
last
what
year?
2
years
two
ago?
years ago, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
couldn't have
talking
been
you're
last
talking
year.
like
Isaiah
Last year.
fourth and
Yeah.
45, 4th and 45 or something, right? And it's like, yeah, that one was tough. That was tough for me.
I don't want to one up
Not
her,
for y'all. Not for y'all, but tough for me.
I don't want to one up her kick six story, but I'm gonna have to, because this is what I really wanted to say. I found out I was pregnant right before kickoff of that game, and never in my life did I ever want a beer more than in that last 2 seconds of that game. I was like, yay, this is the happiest day of my life. But oh my God, I've never wanted to drink more in my entire life.
Yeah, that's bad. That's pretty bad.
That was bad. It was really bad.
So you ended up, I'm just assuming you named your kid Obby at that point, right?
Well, close.
No,
so T.I, here's a fun fact for you, though. You want a fun fact?
Not really, because it's probably going to make me cry.
I was going to say, he probably doesn't.
It's probably going to make me cry, but you can give it to me. Give it to me. I'm a grown man. I can take it.
Okay. I grew up an Auburn fan.
Okay.
I went to Auburn games as a kid, 18 years or so. I went to Auburn my freshman year.
Okay.
And I hated it so bad, because the recruitment piece of being a freshman is you learn that people party in trailer parks, and that when you get to be an upperclassman and a senior, you hope that you are friends with somebody ahead of you that gifts you their spot in a trailer. So I was like, I don't really, that's true, right? All that's true.
I don't know. I'll assume it is.
Okay.
I believe it. I believe it.
Okay. So when that all came to fruition, I was like, I can't go to this school anymore. I have to go to a different school. And so I transferred to Alabama as a sophomore. Thought I could stay an Auburn fan, because I really loved Auburn. I mean, I was an Auburn fan, passionate for 18 years. That lasted all of 2 weeks. And then I got sucked in. I got sucked into the tradition.
So what happened on campus, and how did you get a head injury and forget completely who you were, and
sorority
wind
stuff,
and wind up in Alabama? You know,
it's another podcast. That is another podcast.
I mean,
I've done both.
You've got the bozo Ruben, whatever his name was. I mean, he's got the giant Auburn tattoo on his arm. Commits to Auburn, and then overnight, like, oh, I'm going to Alabama now. And it's like, bro, you got a giant Auburn tattoo on your arm, like. You know, what was his name? Ruben something.
Ruben Foster.
Ruben Foster. Yeah, that guy. Once he decommitted to Auburn, I was like, Ruben, whatever his name was. You know. But no. But I mean, he was good in college. He kind of fizzled out in the NFL. But I mean, he was good. But no, I get it for sure. I had some friends go to Alabama. I've got friends go to Tennessee. My grandfather went to Auburn, so I grew up an Auburn fan. All my friends gave me shit because most of them are UT fans. You know, I'll tell a real quick story. I've told this on the story before, but it was the year that Peyton Manning was a year before he went to the NFL, 97, I think. My senior year in high school. Damian Craig was a quarterback for Auburn. We were great that year. Auburn, Tennessee played each other in the SEC championship. All my Auburn fans all my Tennessee friends are just all week long. Yeah. So we go over to a buddy's house. You know, we're all still relatively young. You know, we're 16, 17. You know, most of us, and parents are parents' house. So we're cooking up, grilling, all that. I think the halftime score is like 28-7 Auburn. I am in front of the TV. I'm just like, fuck you. DX didn't even exist yet, and I'm giving people suckets like I invented it. I'm just like, oh, this is great. And what the hell happens? Peyton Manning comes back and wins the damn game, and I was so embarrassed. And from that is the moment I learned as a young person, do not gloat until it is over, you know. And I like to tell that story because the opposite end of it was freaking Peyton Manning, you know. It's not like just Billy Williams, you know. It's like
it wasn't like Todd Helton.
One of the freaking legends,
Helton.
you know. But I was just like, yeah, all y'all talk shit all week. We got this, SEC champions. And then I'm just like Charlie Brown in it through the living room, you know. So,
but you gotta
Can't
admit,
get out of there
all
fast
of
enough.
that is the beauty of the love of college football. That's why I love it so much.
It's the best sport.
It's the best
Absolutely.
sport.
We love it, and we will definitely have you on again. Right, this is your official invite. You will come on again and hang out with us.
You're part of the group now. We try to build a network of content creators that are like minded, and you're right up our alley. So we'll bring you on to talk anything and everything. So
Love it.
Yep.
We're happy to be
For sure.
idiots.
Yeah.
Love it. Yep. We love it. Remember, Sports Idiot Nation comes to you 3 times a week, which means we will see you Friday. Thank you for watching this episode of Sports Idiot Nation. Remember, we are on all social media and on YouTube, and the podcast can be found on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Remember, new episodes are every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And remember, because you watch Sports Idiot Nation,
You would be the smartest idiot in the whole world.